What's up, guys? Back for another episode of Barbells and Banter. So we fielded some more questions around training, nutrition, a lot of training-orientated ones, rep ranges. Honestly, we spoke so much about training itself. It kind of just all merges into one. When you should bulk, when you should cut, those types of things. So keep those questions coming in because we want to talk about the things that you guys want to hear about. Before we get into the podcast, perfect opportunity to hit that subscribe or follow button on what platform you are on. It does a lot for us in terms of getting out reach and engagement. If you can share the podcast, share it out to somebody just like yourself. The more reach, the better. Don't forget to get on the website and get a copy of your fat loss cheat sheet. Everything you need to learn and know to get and stay shredded. Let's get to the episode. See you next time. So are you doing chest?
If you're going to do chest and back,
I think we're doing chest and back tomorrow, so I'll just do shoulders and arms today.
That's
Yeah. Work on the fly, be adaptable.
maybe a bit of abs.
Yeah, you can do that. I don't think I can flex my hips.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that hurts. Like if I do that, my God.
Shoulders and arms sounds like a good day. Though.
Yeah,
Good Friday day.
I haven't done a shoulders and arms workout in forever. Like together.
Yeah.
Where I used to do shoulders and arms, like when you do
Every
this
week.
when we did the bro split, just train bro split
Every
forever.
Friday.
Yeah. I was thinking like maybe we should just do that again, just fun.
Yeah.
But I just don't think I could like after the third exercise of the same muscle group,
Be effective.
the fourth one. I just think
Yeah.
like even in my head I would just be like, this is not
Yeah.
like worth it.
Yeah,
I don't
I changed my back workout this week because I haven't been training enough upper back. I'm just like sore.
Yeah.
I notice my posture and stuff. To train lats too much.
Yeah.
So I changed it, and because all the exercises were different. The last couple of sets of the third exercise, I was like, "Fuck, man! Like
I'm pretty
that is
fucked.
not heavy. Like this doesn't feel like a training stimulus right now. This just feels like junk volume.
It just feels like you just fucked. Yeah.
But I know as conditioning
Yeah, of
builds,
course.
it'll be there in 3 weeks or so. But
Yeah.
yeah, so doing 4 or 5 exercises in the same muscle group
Yeah.
when you're good at training.
Yeah.
maybe not yet.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought about it because I thought, we used to train like that for ages.
Yeah,
People still do now.
I feel like you build conditioning to
I
a
reckon-
point.
Yeah.
but-
I reckon you could maybe do the muscle groups that like not the weak points, maybe like that.
that are not weak points.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
as the set goes on, like the stimulus is going to be less effective.
Yeah.
So like the sets that you would put later in the week
Mm.
to make those sets more effective, like you're just not going to put them anywhere. Like you're just going to let them ride.
Yeah,
So like I could do a chest day because it's like half of the chest workout. If I am tired, it's like
it doesn't really matter.
like the chest isn't the priority. But
yeah,
again, I just like even
just
looking
building
at
that into your week.
just even looking at it like that, it's like just if your chest is a strong point,
Do
like
less
put
of
it, do less of it and do it at the end of the session.
Yeah,
Like on your push day,
Yeah.
like prioritize your triceps and your shoulders, or
Yeah.
do an anterior day, or
yeah,
and then just put your chest at the end.
Yeah.
Have you ever done an anterior day where you do like legs and upper?
When I was powerlifting, you sort of.
Of course, yeah. What about bodybuilding though? Because I feel like it's a little bit different.
I've only been bodybuilding for 8 months.
Yeah,
I'm a
you were
novice.
bodybuilding for a long time before that,
I'm a
but
novice. Maybe I might have.
yeah.
Don't
I
remember.
do it with the girls. I'll do like lower and then like pressing because the pressing is usually
Not that important.
not a priority, especially for the phases where we're pushing
Yeah.
lower body size.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever done like squats and then had to like barbell bench or something.
Yeah.
Like that'd be a tough day to show up for.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's a good day.
Doesn't sound good. Does sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine like because you'd have to do like squat, leg extension, adductors, and then you would have to do like press,
Yeah.
and a fly.
So you would do it.
Sounds disgusting.
You would do it alternate. That's how I always program
Yeah. Okay.
it. So it's
Yeah.
squat,
Then the press. Yeah.
compound, press, compound,
Yeah.
isolation.
Yeah. Still sounds disgusting.
And then sometimes, like obviously with the group I train as well, sometimes that means you can superset.
Yeah, if you got your own gym, that'd be cool.
It makes
Or like
sense.
it's not. Yeah. But no one
Yeah.
likes the people that have the bench press and the squat rack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, I wonder if you could have.
Usually the opening complex is a bit of a challenge.
I wonder if you were on a squat rack though. Oh, you need extra hooks.
Yeah,
So
because
you-
the bench be hard. Yeah.
Well, you know you can have the hooks on the other side as well.
Yeah.
So you
just in and out.
yeah,
Yeah.
So or you do a slide the bench in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you wouldn't want to lower. You could
Yeah,
just have the
fuck
hooks
that.
on the outside of the rack.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Just
you
be
could,
unracking with the other bar on there though.
What do you mean?
Oh, but if you have the 4 post, you're in. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know how like some of the racks are on the, you can have it on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just slide the bench in and out. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can make that work, but then you're hogging 2 barbells and
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like that's the best way to do it.
If you're on the same post though, you wouldn't be able to unrack the squat.
no,
So that'd be
correct.
a problem. So
Yeah,
have
you
to
just
be-
would. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, you'd have to do it on the other side.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's commitment.
Fuck them.
Yeah, it's just fucking write a different program or just like do it next.
I used to do it heaps, squat and bench together.
Yeah,
Usually when I have 2-on-1s,
yeah, right.
my platforms.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Fair. How's your week been?
Good. Yeah, I was a little bit crook earlier in the week, but came good. Wild. So I went a little over on my over day this week.
Oh yeah, sorry, we forgot that the opening segment of this podcast is like food shaming.
Yeah. So I fucking overshot bad. And then I got a little bit sick. So then I held like 2.2 kilos up.
Mm.
And I was fucking like stressing. Like I've ruined everything. And like I'm doing the math in my head, like that doesn't make sense. So it was like 800 calories more than what you were supposed to. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's not, it's okay. And I was like, got to yesterday morning and was still up. I'm like, fuck me. With this, like, I'm never getting back down. Staying here forever now. I'm like, I'm doing everything perfect. And then, so funny, right? So my son has like decided he hasn't decided. If he has a bath at night and he's like, digestion isn't amazing, it's like whatever being in the water does, it's just like, I'm going to take a shit now.
Cool.
It's like, awesome. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's still to currently a mum problem. It's not a dad problem. No,
Ugh.
I can't deal with that just yet. We're getting there. But
Jesus.
so I took him swimming yesterday
Yeah.
and got home and I was like, interesting. Got on the scales and dropped in that day. So from weigh in at 5:30 a.m. to weigh in at 11 a.m., I dropped 1.2 kilos.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's back. And then I hit equal all-time low this morning.
So is that like because you took a shit in the water or?
No, like I went home to do it first, but just like being submerged. So I had a client actually like just get back from Thailand. She's like, "Oh, my digestion's fucked." I'm like, "I don't know, maybe just lay in the bath."
Yeah.
See what happens. I don't know. I don't know if there's any research to it, but
Yeah. Maybe just like the heat, it just relaxes.
maybe.
You know.
Yeah.
Or like a
The pressure,
the weightless,
the heat, the weight.
maybe the weightlessness. You know.
Don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I can go like a day and a half now.
Well, yeah,
I'm not regular at the moment.
I'm
And
not
it's not
eating
a-
enough.
Well, I said to Steph, I'm like, I haven't been to the toilet in like 2 days.
Yeah.
But I
But I
said,
feel
but I
fine.
don't feel
Yeah.
fine. I don't feel backed up.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we had like Saturday. Was it Sunday? No, it was Sunday. We went out for lunch,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I just had like a piece of pizza and this like fucking hectic sandwich. Like,
Yep.
she was in the size of the schnitzel on this bad boy, bro. It's fucking so big. And the boxes came out, same size box, right? And it's got this like, you know, ciabatta bread.
Mm-hmm.
The slices are the same, right? So they hand Steph's over, and you know it's just like, oh yeah. Then they hand mine over, and I'm like holding it with 2 hands, like fuck yeah. So yeah, because I ate like half a loaf of bread, and obviously I ate some of Steph's.
Yeah.
And then we got this like focaccia piece of pizza, which was fantastic, by the way.
Yep.
So I was like, surely this is gonna
Move some stuff.
send me to the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
And then Monday it was like maybe 3 times. I
Yeah.
went to the bathroom.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy shit. But I dropped 1.5 kilos over a week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's funny, like, because the margins are so fine now.
Mm.
Like, if I haven't gone to the bathroom
Yeah.
and I weigh myself, I'm like, I need to shit.
Yeah.
That'll be lower.
So I've even like, because I do my weigh in before I get in the shower.
Yeah.
And then like I'll get up, have like my coffee, pre-workout, and I'm like, could go to the toilet.
Yeah.
Can't be fuck getting undressed. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna weigh myself after, and then that's gonna be my scout weight for the day.
Yeah.
Remove whatever's on there, just because you're chasing that all-time low all the time.
Definitely. Yeah.
Even this morning, I got on, it was equal, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Can I go for a piss or something? Like,
Yeah.
I just need 100 grams.
Yeah.
And like now I'm like, I have to wait till tomorrow now. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. I like, what do I have? Well, we didn't have all the ingredients for dinner last night.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to order takeout, which I wasn't that thrilled about, but we just had like chicken and rice.
Yeah.
It's just like a nasi goreng type thing.
Yeah.
But it was average. So yeah, I was a bit, there was a lot of salt. So I was just like, this is fake.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, going all right. Besides hurting myself on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Yeah,
Thursday.
It was Wednesday.
Thursday, wasn't it? Oh, no,
Nah,
it happened
'cause I-
Wednesday and posted about Thursday.
Because I went, I trained with Matt,
Mm-hmm.
because I just needed to do like a face-to-face check-in
Yeah.
to see, where we're at, because we've got some plans for this year.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm training legs, and I was like, Matt, 131 kilo, 6'5" monster who's been eating 6,800 calories for fucking 5 months wants to train legs with me.
Yeah. Love that for you.
Can't fucking wait. And the whole time, like, I was just like, you do that machine, I'll do this machine. Because it just wasn't worth it. Like, even the hack squat, I couldn't even get in the hack squat at Doherty's, bro. It was too fucking big.
Yeah.
Like, the highest setting was like,
Couldn't
couldn't even reach it. And then the lowest one was too low.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, bruh.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just use this pendulum squat.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it was kind of, it didn't have an adjustable foot plate. It didn't have anything.
Yeah.
So I think, like, all of it. Yeah, the week leading in, the stiffness and shit. Yeah, probably just contributed to it. So, I got out of it. I was okay. I was like, ooh, that feels a bit weird.
Yep.
And then I was like, all right, don't do any more of that.
Yep.
But then proceeded to do 4 sets of single leg press and 4 sets of leg extensions. Because he's doing a density block at the moment.
Yep.
So I was like, fuck, I'll just do it.
Yeah.
Man, you know how fucking sore I was? Like, doing the high volume shit. I was like, fuck. And then he's just sitting there fucking dying. He's like gasping for air and shit. He's like, fuck, man, it's so hard. I was like, that's why we're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's working.
Yeah.
Like, his upper body sessions, like, he's fucking, like, huffing and puffing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it's good. Yeah. I think it'll be real good for him, because we're moving into a fat loss phase now. So we'll be on the tail end of that density block into his fat loss phase, and then I'll just give him a straight sets program and then ramp up the cardio. Yeah. And then we'll be kind of, golden.
How often do you yourself, and then secondary question, how comfortable are you with clients doing it? Swapping out an exercise when they go into a session knowing they're not 100%.
Oh, I'm a big fan of it.
So my leg day usually have RDLs.
Yeah.
And I just randomly had a couple of cramps, and just like my hammies have just been not good.
Yeah.
And still had this bug or whatever. I'm like, just looking at the RDL rack, I'm like, it's not there today.
Yeah.
I just went and did leg curls instead.
Yeah, look, I'm a big fan of that awareness, because, like, the last time I was in really good shape, I remember, like, I was fucking tired. I had a bit of a stiff back. I remember I still had to deadlift that day, and everything was saying no. And then I was like, don't be a bitch.
Yeah. Did that day crew?
Nah.
Different time.
So this was like post, it was kind of like that post-wedding period where I was fucking the best I'd ever looked. Mm-hmm. And I was like in a period where I was kind of leveraging out of
Before
that.
now.
Into a growth phase.
Yeah.
And I remember I just did this deadlift and I like sprained my SI joint, and that fucked me. I got like proximal hamstring tendinopathy from it.
Right, yeah.
And like it rode off like the next 12 months, you know? So, and I always think about that day. I'm just like, if I ever feel like that again, like I'm never going to push it.
Yeah.
But it's just so hard sometimes, man. Like you just like,
yeah, because you feel like you're cheeking out, right?
Well, you're like, I'm always going to feel a little bit tired because like
I'm dieting.
This is like
pushing it.
if you're pushing it.
Yeah.
So I think I still want to have that awareness, and I'm happy with my guys, and I even like say to them like, great job. Like I actually give them, praise and affirmation for making that decision.
Yep.
But then I just look at the frequency of that behavior.
Agreed.
So then I'm like, if every week, even me, like I was putting RDLs on a Monday, like first exercise, and I just wasn't doing them.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
every week you're not.
Every week I just wasn't.
Yeah.
Really, and I think that was when we were playing golf and stuff. So like on the weekend, we play golf. You'd go for a swing. Your hips would be a bit cooked because you can't swing properly, so you're just muscling it. So then I would skip it, and I'm like, well, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So you got to you might have to troubleshoot, especially if that person's just always moving the exercise. But I think like you have to have that awareness to like just listen to your body, because I'd rather them listen to their body, change the exercise, and still be in the gym to live a fight another day than not go to the gym at all.
Yeah, or go and get hurt.
Yeah. So, that's kind of where I'm at with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I just went to leg curls and then ended up accidentally. I was saying like we kind of do the same method. I do 2 feeder-ish sets and 2 really hard sets. I miscounted. So I was doing single leg press as well, 4 sets. And I was like, we're done, yeah? I was like, no, it's only 3. I could have actually cried. It's like, that was all I had. That was everything in that set. That was everything. Yeah. And now I know I have to match it. Yeah. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, it's debilitating. Yeah.
Good session.
Anything above 2 sets, I'll lose fucking count.
Yeah.
I'm just like, is that it?
Yeah.
Especially like the unilateral ones, man. Like
so many reps.
If you do 4 sets, it's fucking 8 sets, bro.
And then, because I was off, there was 8s. So I usually push 10 to 12 on the first one with lower weight.
Yeah.
And then just gradually, by the end, I'm actually doing 8s.
Yeah.
But one of the working sets, I did 10.
Yeah.
And my left leg, I have stability issues on my right side. And for some reason, I always start on my left. Which is probably good because I have to match it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I accidentally did 10 because I just wasn't concentrating. And I was like,
and then you're like, oh no, I've got to. Yeah, you should always start with the not
shit
so
side.
good side. Yeah, you always got to start with the shit side.
Yeah, it was good because it was like a little bit of a like, we have to now.
Yeah, I understand.
And I got it done, but fuck.
Yeah, some people say that. I think like physiologically it makes more sense to do the.
It's one of those. Do you want to win psychologically or physically?
Yeah. Do you match the reps on the stronger side, or do you match the rep and reserve?
No, just same weight and reps.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd do like I'd probably do 2 or 3 more reps on my left.
Yeah. So the theory for that though is that to get the same level of motor unit recruitment in the muscle, that side would need those extra more, 2 reps.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the theory of like you want to try and grow that side as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I always go to the effort.
Yeah. Okay.
So if I do.
Yeah, right. So you'll push that side to failure still, even if it's more reps.
Yeah, so you kind of essentially just using the rep and reserve, then the reps and whatever, however you get there. Yeah, because your muscle activation will be the same if,
of course,
the effort is comparable. But if the reps are not comparable and one side's stronger than the other, then the activation will be lesser.
Yep.
So, but to offset the gap, right? Because people are gonna be like, well, that's stupid because it just means one side keeps getting ahead of the other, right?
Yeah.
So that's where you do like the weak side first and the strong side second, because there'll still be fatigue compounding over the set even.
Yeah.
And that'll still affect the amount of like motor unit recruitment you'll get from the exercise as well. So you'll just be able to recruit whatever you can physically recruit, from your brain to your muscle.
Mm-hmm.
So but you'll get, I tend to find it's always about 1 to 2 reps more.
Yeah.
Generally. Yeah. Which is not that big of a deal, I reckon.
Yeah.
Fuck, there'd be times where I just fucking lose count, and I'm like, sure,
done.
Like this feels like, it's like, oh, I can't do any more reps. Done.
Yeah,
So
I do that a lot. Like I'm pretty, rightly or wrongly, fairly flexible on my rep selection.
Yeah, I've got a question about that. Actually.
Especially because I have typically, because my sessions are time dependent. I don't want to do a lot of exercises.
Yeah.
Because moving, doing a feeder.
Yeah.
Versus just doing 4 sets. It's like, I'd rather just stay here and get the work done.
Yeah.
So I tend to be, if it's prescribed 8, like if I do 12, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like the rep and reserve trumps the rep
Reps.
selection always for me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I'm just doing like bro workouts or whatever, because you like, you know what it's like, you always default to being the coach, whoever you train with.
Yeah.
Like, how many reps is it? I'm like, I don't know, 2 rep and reserve. Like,
Just
I can
work.
go.
Yeah.
Like, you've never used this machine before, so you don't know
Yeah.
whether that weight is right. You know nothing. You have no other information, so don't just do a rep. Go to the rep and reserve.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good way to go train at other places.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I always just get within 1 or 2.
Yeah, always put that RIR above your rep prescription.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that's how you get the muscle fibers. That's how you get your muscle stimulated, like in layman's terms.
Yeah.
You know, that's the size principle out in play, because your body will recruit motor units in terms of like intensity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if something is lighter, you have to train closer to failure, because your body will start to recruit more motor units and those high threshold ones towards the end.
Yeah.
Because it looks for efficiency. It's like, you know, fatigue resistant but low force contracting muscle fibers first. And then it's like, oh, fuck, this is getting real hard.
Yeah.
Let's get the big guns in, high threshold, like not fatigue resistant, but very powerful, very responsive to growth.
Yeah.
And then, the flip side of that, if you're doing something heavy, it's just fucking all hands on deck.
Quicker. Yeah.
Yeah, which when you look at it, even rep wise, because I had a question about rep ranges, because they're like, I'm just fucking confused that some people say it doesn't matter, and then some people do.
Yeah.
They're just like, what's the decision making framework for you?
Yeah.
For that, you know? And then when I think about it overall, I think that you should do the least amount of reps for that particular exercise that doesn't give you joint and connective tissue discomfort. And I think if you take that mentality to everything, you're giving yourself like less time to get to those, like I guess, quote unquote, like stimulating reps.
Yeah.
Because I think we spoke about it a couple of weeks ago. I was saying that like someone asked like, have you ever done 20 rep set? Was that you? Maybe
we
it was
were
you.
talking about it.
Yeah. And I was like, the energy cost to get to the effective reps isn't worth it.
Yeah.
And I still think that has value with a lot of training today, providing that you don't do a movement in a loading scheme that's, going to
be a problem.
Just fucking wear your body out, right?
Yeah.
Because, I don't know how valuable like a 3 rep fucking preacher curl is or something like that, but you maybe could do like 4 or 5 rep bicep curls if you're good position.
Yeah.
But you probably I know I feel my biceps better. Like, and I feel like I have more control with like 8s to 10. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. I've permanently sore bicep insertions from carrying my child. So 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I said to you, I curled the 20s last week for my last set once I was warm. Yeah. But like anything over 17 kilos, it's like, even the first set of that, I'm like, well, this hurts.
Yeah.
And then it comes good. So the thought of doing 8s, like, because that's 12 to 15.
Absolutely. I mean,
but I really like that, because I think it's interesting. In my programming framework, I look at fatigue differently. I think you look at fatigue at a more local level.
Both.
And because I look at so much around barbell movement, it's less what's happening at the muscle, more what's happening at the system.
Absolutely.
And then like there's just more load. Like I would simplify all that complexity into like just having more load equals more fatigue. And then obviously your counter to that is like...
Yours isn't necessarily just that though, like, because yours is like more complicated exercises.
Correct.
And that means the perception of effort is higher. Correct. And that's still fatiguing too.
Yeah.
And then I guess default bodybuilding, we're trying to make the movements simple.
Agreed.
Because, and this is that debate where it's like, well, how valuable is doing complicated exercises like, your barbell free weighted movements?
Yeah.
You most likely have to consider the amount of them in a bodybuilding program, because that's fatiguing in itself, the complexity of just moving with heavy weight.
Yeah.
And then you've got the loading, and then for me, I think about also the localized motor unit recruitment and tension accumulation in the muscle, because that's, at the end of the day, that's what's making the muscle.
Yeah.
That's the stimulus we actually need to drive.
Yeah. So it's, overlapping those two, like you said, say like total relative volume of an exercise versus like a barbell bent over row versus a seated cable row. The total relative volumes can be higher, as in like the tonnage. You've also then got actual loading through the spine. Then you've got complexity. Then you've got perceived difficulty. Systemically, there's more happening. So there's more overall fatigue. So, but then, like you said, you come back to
the muscle.
Yeah, but if you do 15 reps on the cable, on the seated row, like you're still accumulating more localized fatigue.
Yeah.
Throughout that set where you could have done 8 if your joints felt nice with it.
Yeah.
So I really like the way you've explained that though. It simplifies it a lot. It's like do the least amount of reps your joints will allow.
Yeah.
On every exercise. I think that's great.
And then there will be exercises that don't have a good loading capacity.
Yeah.
Look at like a 45-degree hip extension.
Yeah.
A push-up.
Yeah.
So that's not to suggest, that's not to say that those movements are useless now. Like they probably don't sit in the high, they're not an STR, hypertrophy building exercise, but they still have value.
Yeah.
So that's when you have to consider another way to drive the stimulus, which is accumulating reps.
Yeah, which is still the least amount of reps you can do.
Absolutely.
But it's limited by how much you can hold load.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, rather than joints.
Yeah. So you can't, that's it. So if you look at it through that framework, like everything becomes a bit easier.
Yeah, because say the 45, for example, it's like, well, I can only cuddle 40 kilos. So
whatever you can do with 40 kilos that doesn't beat the shit out of your body.
Yeah. But if
just do
you're
that.
not strong and you can hold 40 kilos, but your hips don't like it, do 20 kilos and AMRAP it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think every third on the 45 should be an AMRAP.
Every set?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair. Well, most people are going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Unless you've got one of those loadable ones, or you can hold a barbell in front of you or something.
Yeah, that one that Pado's got, you can, what is it? Zercher hold on a cable that's pin loaded.
Yeah.
Fuck, it looks delightful.
Yeah, that's cool.
It looks really, really good.
Yeah, there's ones that have like cradles and shit, and they're like single arm and
that's cool.
so you can hold,
Yeah.
it's
anti-rotation training.
Yeah, true. Oh yeah, like hip extension, hold
one at a time.
Contralaterally loaded hip extension.
Be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Geez, that'd work you
everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Fuck.
If you could do a light load like that.
Yeah, well you wouldn't
you would not have to do another quote unquote core exercise, man.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
To move through hip flexion and extension loaded on one side.
Bruh. And anti-rotational elements of it. Yeah, fair.
Look at us, functional coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've decided I'm
functional in theory.
I'm gonna do so I've gone to 5 days of my training.
Yeah.
And post shoot, I'm gonna go back to 4 and do a 1-on-1 Muay Thai session a week.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah. I was thinking about doing it now, but like the injury impact and the injury cost.
If you throw a kick and shit, and I don't know,
it's just not worth it.
Sometimes shit happens,
Yeah.
So you don't want to, Not at the moment. The momentum's too high. You don't want to do I'm looking at shit and I'm like, I don't want to fuck myself up.
Yeah.
And just lose all of this work.
Yeah.
Do
you ever think not
that it will happen, but
you might not because you're less bothered. Do you ever think you should be able to do shit that you maybe can't?
No.
In terms of yeah.
I'm fucking a dude who's 20 fucking kilos heavier than he should be. Yeah. I can't do lots of things.
I think having a kid. So I did when I did my cardio on the weekend, 2 on, 1 off. What we do? 10 rounds. So it's 30 minutes cardio essentially, and I started with.
This gets better every week.
So good, man.
Yeah.
I went for a walk the other day, and I was just it was a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, I just felt springy and light. I'm like, I'm a jog. Let's see what happens.
Oh Jesus!
And I felt okay. So then on the treadmill, they had a good running. They have a good running treadmill there.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, instead of doing they have a stationary sled, which I kind of hate, just fucking burns my calves up. Maybe I'll do a jog and just see how it goes. The whole time, man, in my head, I had like two. It wasn't even an angel and a demon. It was just two fucking demons, one on each side. Like, you shouldn't be doing this. It's impact. You're wasting recoverability. Get the fuck. What are you fucking running for? This is dumb. And then on the other side, I was like, dude, you're running for 6 minutes. You have a child. You need to be able to at least jog. People can run.
Yeah, like big fucking strong people
can run
all the
for
fucking
6
time.
minutes, dude. Shut the fuck
There's
up.
There's people more fucking jacked than us to do CrossFit. Like,
agreed. So it's just like both of those was like the skinny science bro on one side, and there's like the fucking ignore everything and just do the thing on the other side.
Yeah.
I ended up, I did 3 rounds, and then my calves were just like, that's enough. Okay.
Yeah. I actually think I know why I fucked myself up. It's because I ran to the car to get Steph's jacket, but I ran in my dunks. And my back was fucked after that.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Yeah. And I was trying to strike my toe.
Yeah.
Doing all the things Durham told us.
Yep.
Like, on the balls of your feet,
yep.
High knees, and a slight lean forward. But I was wearing dunks, and you know how I wear my dunks. I don't have my shoelaces tied up
at all.
Yeah. Stupid boy. And I also haven't ran in fucking ages. So my feet would have been slapping the ground like fucking like that, like, so maybe that all contributed to it.
Yeah. I was pretty impressed with my technique.
Yeah. I got real good. I got real good at one stage. Like after that.
Those running meals help heaps too.
The running meals are great. Yeah. Like for
that foot strike.
I wouldn't, even now, if I wanted to go back to running, I wouldn't go straight to the street.
Yeah.
Like, the pavement.
Yeah.
I would absolutely work on the running meal first. Because just that slight little camber teaches you how to time the strike.
Yeah.
And then you have the ability to like
lean,
angle your body. And if you fuck it up, you just hold the bars and you're good and you just reset again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got real good at one stage. I was running like 10 minutes, I think, which is good for me.
Yeah.
Like nonstop.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I would have got to the 5K without him.
Yeah.
Like I needed that introductory phase.
Yeah.
Like you said, just timing and all that shit. Yeah. So the one we've got at Body Blitz is the same material, same setup, but it's flat.
Yeah, nice.
So the strike's nice. It's a little bit softer.
Yeah.
Grippy. Kind of responds to your feet nicer than just lifting your legs.
Yeah.
Like you do on a normal belt one.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you feel like you get a bit of purchase underneath you. So yeah, again, I think like post this, if I'm going to work on my fitness.
Yep. So to answer your question, I don't think about what I can't do.
Yeah.
But I know I can do it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I've been there. I've already been fit. So I'm just like, I can do that if I, it's not like I'm that dude who just like, I can do that if I want to and just doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Like I've done it. So I know I can do it. Like I've been in a position where I've been real fit.
I think what like wormholes into my head is like the time that he's going to start doing shit that I need to participate in, I'll be 40.
Yeah.
So it's like, can I... Because like I spent
Are you having these like, I'm fucking 35
now? not like I'm worried about how old I am, but I'm worried about getting to a point physically that it's really hard to get back.
I don't think you'll ever have that problem.
Because like I grew up with my dad, fucking 3 uncles, like showing you bowling technique in the backyard.
Yeah.
And showing you how to bat properly.
It's the Aussiest.
Yeah. How to kick a football properly, how to kick a soccer ball properly. Like all of getting on a BMX and like, here's how to do a mono and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to get to a point where I'm like, that rotation's fucking 10 years ago.
I don't feel like it would happen. Like you've been active your whole life, like, and you have the ability, like your motor skills are so much better than most other people. Like even yourself, like now, if you were inactive your whole life and picked up working out, like you'd
never catch up.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I mean. Like motor learning wise, you would be an infant compared to what you are now.
Yeah.
So I don't
still shoot 90 on a golf course. It's all right.
Yeah. So I don't think like you'd have an issue, but I'd say like you can still have to be aware of it.
Yeah.
You know, like I just
want to do enough that if and when I decide to, it's there.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And it's because it took me a year to get from the heaviest powerlifting back to like running that 5K.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I thought at some point that I'll have to, hang the body size up But like, I don't think it's anytime soon.
Yeah.
But that's just so that, you know.
Just longevity.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's like there's going to be a point where you're burning the candle off the other side a bit too much.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like the candle, I could be wrong. So the candle burning off this end doesn't burn off as much when you're younger.
Yeah.
But the older you
The
get,
consequences are lower.
yeah. But the older you get, like you've got to factor in things like aging.
Yeah.
And then if you're also doing things that are accelerating,
Yeah.
like, you know, a decline in your health,
Yeah.
like that you're surely burning that candle faster, right?
Yeah.
You know,
I think some of stress plays a role in that too.
yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, there's a genetic slowdown of regeneration.
Yeah, like you have sarcopenia and shit.
The mental slowdown of regeneration and learning skills.
Yeah.
But then also life stress,
Yeah.
way different.
Life stress. Yeah, it's funny, man. I wonder what's worse. You'd never know. Just like take like a stressed person their whole life, and then you just take someone who's like
There's a fair
overweight.
there's a fair bit of research on it. Like,
yeah, because
like high stressed environments, all cause mortality.
Yeah.
Is fucking.
Well, it's amazing when you look at like some populations and like, you know, you use like the French or the Italian as an example. You know, they smoke. You know, their diet's not that great. Like really.
Yep.
It's like pastry and fucking, you know, like bread and oil and all that shit. Like
They live a long time.
But their all-cause mortality is so much lower than like
the West.
The West.
Yeah.
I guess, is that technically not the West? I don't know. It's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they are.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. It's like if you take
non-European West.
We'll go like hyper-industrial West,
Yeah.
which is like America.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, you know, lots of processed food, hustle and bustle. Like, you know, the diet's pretty poor. So if you took...
So what you're saying is capitalism kills you.
Well, capitalism maybe elevates all-cause mortality.
Fucking commie over here, guys. Fucking commie.
So you take their diet, if you take their lifestyle in France, Italy, like minus so just take the diet.
Yeah.
And their lifestyle choices that are related to food, like the smoking and shit, right? And then you pop that into an industrious country,
Yeah.
you know, that is capitalist by nature, and it's all about work, and it's all about making money, and it's all about this and this and that, and they're super stressed. Like, I feel like they would get sicker.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the stress level's high and the lifestyle.
Because people think like, oh, if you smoke heaps, like you'll get cancer.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's populations where they fucking smoke all the time.
Yeah.
And it's
I
like,
wonder what the rates are like.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I just wonder.
It is pretty wild. So
Is that compounding stress worse than we think? You know, is what I'm trying to ask. Like, it's just we can't define it, because you can't look at someone and be like, you know,
you're stressed.
You're stressed, and
you go die.
Yeah, and you're and you can't like sure you can hook them up. You can do their cortisol and check their cortisol awakening cycle and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
How many people are going to do that? And are they going to do it frequently enough for someone to be like, hey man, like you need to fucking chill out? Because
I think the references I've heard are more around socioeconomic demographics, which you would assume stress is higher. Also, it's contributing to food as well.
Stress is higher when the socio-demographics is lower.
It's really low, yeah.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I feel like maybe in an industrious country.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's the case in the second and the third world.
Yeah, of course.
Because you just like, I walk, like even when we go on holidays, I just walk around and I'm like, I wonder, so this is a really...
you're not anxious. Why are you not anxious?
Yeah, I don't know if this is like a really awful or privileged thing for me to say, but I remember I said something to Steph, and I'm like, I wonder if they're stressed out. Because here we are like, you know, paying your mortgage, you got your fucking business running, I'm trying to make a certain amount of income, making sure I've got clients coming in and out. She's running the school and dealing with all this shit. And, you know, we're like, live in a fucking ridiculous house and do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
And then these guys are playing with rocks on the street, literally.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I wonder if they're like way less stressed than I am.
Yeah. Probably.
You know? And they fucking didn't like...
Yeah.
Maybe because they don't know.
Have you heard the parable of the fisherman?
No, enlighten me.
So there's a businessman approaches a fisherman while he's on holidays. He's like, what are you doing? He goes, I go catch my fish. and then I come home and I eat my fish, and then I just sit around and enjoy my food for the day. He's like, oh, how many hours a day do you fish? He goes, oh, I only fish for an hour. That's enough for my day. He goes, oh, so if you fished for 2 hours, you could catch enough fish and then sell it. And sell it to other people and make some money. Like, yeah, I could. And then he's like, and then if you fished enough, like you'd be able to like sell heaps and make lots of money. And then you'd be able to get someone else to do the fishing for you. You wouldn't have to fish anymore. And then eventually, like, you'd just be able to, like, sit back and do nothing. He's like, so at the end of the story, he just ends up
doing the
fishing
same.
the hour a day.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so I just do the fishing an hour a day and I don't have to go through all the fucking stress, bro. It's like, I'm doing the thing that you want.
Yeah. It's true.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder, hey. But I think the stress is a big deal.
100%.
Yeah. And like, you wouldn't be able to identify it unless like you had other symptoms though, because it's, if you have like high blood pressure, hypertension, maybe like appetite issues, those types of things, like you'd be like, all right, like let's go get things checked.
Yeah, I think what they look at is like when I said low socioeconomic areas, I think when they look at it's unsafe.
Yeah.
So if you live in an unsafe area.
Yeah, well, that'd be pretty fucking stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like unsafe generally means also not a lot of money.
Mm.
So stress about food, shelter, safety.
Yeah.
Like the basic needs.
Yeah.
They're all causes. And life expectancy and shit's really heavily affected.
Fair.
But you can only see extreme ends, and then like you said, you can't. Because there's even just like your own personal tolerance for stress.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like you and I both look at a situation, like one of us could be melting on the inside.
Yeah.
And the other person's just like, yeah, it's all
okay.
good.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll just work this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your own perception of it is big.
Mm.
That's why it's so hard to diagnose.
Yeah.
And even like, there's been times where I'm like, I've said, just in conversation to people like, oh, you're probably just stressed.
Mm.
And they're like, oh, I don't feel stressed. I'm like, that's not what it is.
Yeah.
Like stress is like, you can have stress that you can't feel.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're not looking after your body,
mm-hmm.
like there's stress that's happening from that.
Yeah.
Even us, like we look after our body and we work out. There's stress that we're, creating.
Yeah.
That's trying to make the body adapt, but there's still other stresses that come as a byproduct of the actual stressor that we're trying to have a positive adaptation from. It doesn't mean I feel stressed.
Yeah.
So people don't even know.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And it's like
that's why they call it the silent killer. Yeah.
You don't know you feel shit until you eat well.
Mm.
Or you're fit.
Yeah. Or even when you go on holiday, you don't know how stressed you are until you like just put your feet up and like sit by the pool and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
This is what it feels like.
Yeah. After about day 6.
Yeah. Well, the first 2 days I'm like pacing around like, where are we going? Like why are we lying in this bed for so long?
Where's a book and my notes?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Rebuild my business while I'm laying on this banana lounge.
Amazing. How are we doing for time? We're doing good. All right, we'll get into the questions. If I don't feel any DOMs post training, is that a
pussy?
Is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing?
Nah.
Do you care to elaborate or just want to say no?
I'm still a firm believer that you should know you've trained.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, but you don't need to have soreness. Yeah,
well, it's not the question's tough. Like, is that a bad thing? It's not that it's a bad thing. It's not that it's a good thing.
Mm.
Like, it's not. It's just a thing.
Yeah, it just is.
Because there's a spectrum as well. Like, you can have too much soreness, and that means that you're not recovering well.
Yeah.
And you maybe will have the rest of your week affected because of the degree of soreness that you're experiencing from one session.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in a cut and your legs are fucked, like, you're not going to hit your steps properly. You're not going to do your cardio well. Like, there could be like a transient effect over the week that's going to, take your results.
Hesitate the following week with your workout. And all
that. Absolutely. So, and then like, I think what people like associate DOMs with is like the effectiveness of a workout. So then they think like the more effective the workout is, the greater the muscle soreness.
Yeah.
And then if you look at like if you look at like the most suboptimal training situations, you will experience like the largest degree of DOMs. So change your program.
Yep.
and just do a bunch of random exercises that you haven't completed well for a period before because you haven't done them, you know, for a block or whatever, you'll experience large amounts of muscle soreness. Probably didn't lift the loads that you know you're capable of.
Yeah.
Probably didn't take them to the degrees of failure that you know, or the proximity of failure that you know you can.
Yep.
That's a suboptimal training environment. Ridiculous amounts of muscle soreness.
Yeah.
So, and then you go take a break off training, holiday, whatever, or get sick and come back after a week. Ridiculous amounts of muscle soreness. Both of those are suboptimal training environments as well. Even just that alone would suggest that like DOMS isn't a great proxy to gauge your progress with.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, because I'm a bit of a nerd, the reason why you don't experience DOMS progressively after you expose your body to a stimulus is because your brain and your immune system will actually downregulate the trauma that comes from doing the training.
Yep.
Because you experience muscle soreness in a magnitude of ways, but it's generally connective tissue based or immune system based, and those things will create trauma in the muscle, and that will create soreness. And what I've read is actually it's not muscle soreness that happens. They think that it's actually fascia, and they think that fascia is actually way more sensitive to like the trauma that's experienced during a session, be it like chemical tension related, even neurologically related.
Yep.
They reckon that the fascia is way more sensitive to those things than the muscle. And it actually, the term that they're slightly coming up with is like more like stiffness, like connective tissue stiffness than it is muscle soreness, you know?
Yeah. So the fascia just becomes less tactile, which obviously is then painful.
Yeah, that's it. So... and the reason why you experience less of that over time is because the immune response is lower, the inflammation response is lower, the neurological responses to the pain are lower. So all of a sudden, like, you're not experiencing the soreness, but you're doing the same task and you're actually getting better at it.
Yeah.
So realistically, like, if someone is sitting here like going, oh, well, should I be feeling like ridiculously sore? And if I'm not training hard. It's like, you kind of don't want to feel that sore. Yeah. Like, you just want to feel a little bit.
You just want to know.
Because like, I always have the idea of like, my workout shouldn't fuck me up that much that my body is just repairing it and then I train again.
Going again, yeah.
Your training should stimulate. Yeah. And there should be a little bit of a period where you were trying to repair and recover, but then there should be a period where you're actually growing. Yeah. Like or improving or whatever you want to call it, you know? Yeah. And if you're just constantly like, you know, just hammering yourself so your body is just putting Humpty Dumpty back together again, it's like, well,
that's not progress.
Humpty Dumpty ain't going to get any fucking bigger. Yeah. Like, if you just keep pushing him off the wall, you know what I mean? Like,
it's one of my pushbacks around the like real high stim pre-workouts and shit. Because I think it just leads into that attitude. It's just like, I'm just going to fucking bury myself.
Yeah, and how do you progress that?
Yeah.
Well, like, if you, you know, like those memes where it's like the starter pack?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like the I don't make any progress starter pack for like a 15-year-old broccoli head. Yeah. And it would be like pre-workout, like a monster during the day. Yeah. Like no program, and then just like an iPad watching like C-bum train.
I was going to say, not C-bum because it's too methodical.
Yeah, true.
Someone that's like headbutting barbells and shit.
Yeah, well, yeah. Or like just Sam, because he like he's got like a rough program. Yeah. Like every program's a little bit different. Yeah. Like every day, which I think is done on purpose, to be fair. Yeah. Because if he vlogs every day, like no one wants to see the same exercises every day. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you head to STC.com, go to the blog section, measuring your training sessions effectiveness. So it's post-completion of a rep. This will tie into the DOM stuff. Review your form and technique, and review your muscle engagement. So that will tell you if a set was good. Yeah. Was the form and technique good? Was it all under control? Did you meet the range of motion demands? Was everything good? Yep. Then the muscle you were supposed to feel and or not feel, or joint that you were not supposed to feel, was that all good? Yeah. Yes, successful set. Awesome. Rep. Successful set. Effort level. Did you get close enough to failure? Recovery. Were you too smoked to be able to repeat? Was your rest period long enough between them? Yeah. That kind of thing. Yeah. Post completion of all sets, consistency of performance. Did you do more than last week?
Yeah.
Or at least the same?
Yeah, absolutely.
Satisfaction level, how you feel after getting that exercise together.
Yeah.
Completion of a workout, overall fatigue. Did you get a pump? Are you feeling a little fucked walking out, but not dragging yourself fucking Wolf of Wall Street style out to the Lambo?
Yeah.
Immediate physique. Response, look for like
Perturbation.
Yeah,
Something
any
like
kind of
that.
weird swelling or anything like that. It's like you've done yourself a mischief.
Yeah.
6 to 48 hours post-workout. Muscle soreness and recovery. Some soreness is expected.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't cripple you and should decrease as your body adapts to the program. So you should be seeing less DOMs progressively over the program.
Yeah.
Strength gains should be gradually outperforming the previous week of that day. Mood and energy level, you should generally feel better in the afternoon. Arguable about some of our leg days.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
But I think if you're writing yourself off in a program and you're fucked for the rest of the day,
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that would then underperform the following week.
Yeah.
Because it's too hard.
Mm.
So yeah, they're...
Yeah. And the only one I would add it is like I'd put the pump one like each set.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I gauge my technique effectiveness off the pump that I'm getting in the muscle, because if I'm not getting the pump, it means like when you train by yourself, like they're the proxies that you have to have. Because if you're not getting the pump, it's like, well, I'm not using the muscle properly. Right?
Agreed. Yep.
It's like the broest thing I've
Either
ever
that,
said.
either that, or you just don't have enough food.
Well, to be fair, at the moment, like every now and then I just get like real good pumps. I reckon it's got something to do with the hydration and shit.
Definitely.
Has to, yeah.
Yeah. I was smashing. Oh, P.S. We've been sleeping on a supplement.
What?
I'm gonna bring it up. Did you know the Hydrolyte has a sports formula?
Yeah.
Sleeping on it.
I use the, is it Wurst?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Wurst have a sports
So I
formula.
compared it because I was sick during the week. Hydrolyte Sport, superior.
Really?
To the Wurst.
I'm enlightened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a slightly, what was it specifically that had?
More salt, more potassium?
The potassium, I think, was the main one. Just the ratio. The ratios overall were superior.
Tell you what, you put a bit of glizzy in one of those.
Yeah.
Us.
Yeah, and I think it's
It's
got
like pumps for days, bro.
it's got 10 grams of carbs though, so it's like
Yeah, of
fucking
course.
nothing,
We need
bro.
a bit of carbs to,
Mobilize everything.
transport.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, if you're buying Hydrolyte tablets, check out the Hydrolyte Sport because it's like the same price. You can buy it more in bulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just been grinding salt into cordial
Oh,
and then putting glycerol in.
big dog energy.
Yeah. Well, I get to put as much
I want
salt.
to try some glycerol today.
Yeah. I have to go home to get it.
Yeah, we're gonna go home and eat anyway.
Yeah. I wasn't going to, but yeah, I will now.
Soz. Do it for the pump.
I'm so difficult. Every other week I've gone home.
So you already have it pre-mixed, ready to go to the gym, right?
No.
You have your
I'm
food
kidding.
ready?
I actually have to go home. I'm
Okay,
just
good.
fucking with you.
I was gonna make you anyway. So I need to start putting my shoot day protocol together.
That's hilarious. I'm not going to read these in order because I don't want to answer that question. Maybe we answered this one last week. Should you cut before you build or build before you cut?
We didn't.
No, because that was the fat bodybuilder fat.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, that's a good question though.
Yeah. What, like, do you want to answer that first? Or
I would 100% say cut first.
Yeah, I would. Look, it depends on how fat you are, and I mean that respectfully. Again,
Yeah,
this is coach language, bodybuilder coach
Your
language.
level of body fat.
Yeah, so if you have, because when you build, I was talking to someone last night on a call, and yeah, we were talking about just like being in a build and accumulating the body fat and talking about having to diet it off at some point. And that is literally like the major driver of decision making.
Yep.
Is like when you drive like a stimulus for muscle growth, you have to have a calorie surplus for that. Unfortunately, we don't get to decide that it's 100% increase in body size comes from muscle mass. So there has to be accumulation of body fat at the same time.
Yep.
So we just have to decide like, well, if the person's like kind of a little bit over fat at the start, and then we're going to be pushing, you know, the calories and the body mass is going up and, you know, we're going to get more accumulation of body fat, we may decide to trim down a little bit before we go for it. Because if they're a bit leaner on the leaner side, you also get a little bit more time, you know, to drive the stimulus, you know, the stimulus of growth. So that would be the biggest consideration. The only caveat to that is that some people feel better at a body fat that is maybe a little bit higher than others. And you've got to think that if your performance is great, your mental clarity is great, like your day-to-day, you know, kind of vigor is where it needs to be, and that is at a high level of body fat, I would argue you would put more muscle on, you know, in that period. You maybe just need to shorten the duration of, you know, pushing the body size up.
Yeah.
And just like do the thing we spoke about last week with like maybe an 8 to 10 week push with like a 4 to 6 week mini cut.
Do you think people lean on that though?
What do you mean?
Like, nah, but I feel better here.
Honestly, man, like working with my guys post show, they all have different, I'll rephrase it. They all have different levels of leanness and all of their subjective feedback is the same.
Yeah. Yeah. So step out of the competitor mindset.
But that's the best example as well.
Yeah. But I feel like there's lifters that'll be like, I just feel pretty good at 15%.
But the tough part of that is like I would never ask someone who I'm starting to work with. I would just make the decision for them. So yeah that's a tough thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I
wouldn't sit there and be like, well, tell me when you feel like when you feel at your best, because like it's a bit of a cop out. Like they'll, you know.
Yeah.
I also ask people,
because I get it. If you're an advanced trainer and you can make that decision yourself and actually know where you feel good. I think you can do that, but I also like, because I'm guilty of it. Like I feel better at 90 kilos. I'm fat.
Yeah.
I feel better at 90 kilos.
But you might train better at 90 kilos. That's the thing.
And like from a strength goal perspective, I think definitely.
Yeah, I think everyone will have a body size and a body fat level where they feel the most protected to work hard.
Yeah.
Because like I don't feel
safe.
I don't feel made to fucking like. Yeah, I don't feel robust, I guess, is the best description.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. My feet hurt when I wear the wrong shoes.
Yeah. To tell you about the intrusive thought that I had.
No.
I'm officially in the lightest male weight class for powerlifting.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's best not to think about that. Yeah, I thought about that the other day. I was like, fuck, man, if I have to compete with under 80s, I'm like, no one cares about the under 80s when they walk out. Everyone, like, looks away. Like, even I did it when we were at the show.
Yeah.
Like,
no. So I'm not like, that's embarrassing. I'm like, I could still put up 600.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not like that. I'm doing the opposite. I'm doing the body dysmorphic thing. I'm like, I'm going to be under 80 kilos. And it's like, even like everyone only cares about the heavyweights and the super, you know, I'm like, when the under 80 guys come out, everyone just starts talking to each other.
It's like the bench press, the powerlifting.
Yeah. So I'm like, why am I doing all this work for?
Yeah, I understand.
And then I did the whole wardrobe thing again. I'm like, fuck, my clothes aren't going to fit. They're already not.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not go down that route again.
But yeah, I was like, I wonder if I could still.
You probably could.
I wonder what I could still total.
You probably could. Yeah.
Strong, right? So coming at it from a majority female clientele base and non-competitors, more times it's interesting. The group I work with tend to not want to get super lean.
Yeah.
And most of them are pursuing the size, so I have to kind of sell the cut a little bit. It's probably 50-50, but like in the female space, that's wild. Because you would say it's probably 95% people want to get smaller.
The girls that I've put on lately have all wanted to build.
Yeah.
I haven't had
I think that's a culture we're creating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about it.
It's a bubble for us, I think.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But yeah, I've just had two girls that are like, I want to bulk, and I'm like, we need to do 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Aggressive to pull you back.
Yeah.
From a needs analysis standpoint, what are the common obstacles that we're going to face during a surplus for someone who for a female who genuinely wants to be smaller, wants to look lean, wants to feel comfortable in clothes, isn't going to like feeling immobile, isn't going to like feeling heavy, isn't going to like eating into fullness. Like, I was even having a conversation with one of my clients, like, you need to understand that when you're in a surplus, you're full. Just like when you're in a deficit, you're hungry and you don't eat. When you're full in a surplus, you eat.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same.
Which is fucking way worse.
Yeah.
Force feeding yourself is way worse than being hungry,
way
man.
harder.
At least you can just vape your hunger away. You can't fucking magically just make the food go into your body.
Yeah. Just add more sugar.
Just fucking IV into your veins instead.
Yeah. So I think that with all of those considerations, starting from the leanest point available to you without a detriment to performance, is the most advantageous approach.
Yeah.
And then also having the information of, like, we know if we go to this calories with this output, with this training, you lose this much centimeters, weight, whatever per week.
Yeah.
So when you get into the depths of it, I'm like, I need another 4 weeks. We're going to do 4-week mini cut. As per data, you know you're going to lose 2 kilos. And they're like, okay. So you push, do the mini cut, go again. I think, the psychological impact, particularly for women, it's for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
No one wants to get fat.
Well, the boys, like, if they need to push the size, even just from like anecdote, it's like they don't give a fuck.
Well, yeah, don't care either.
Yeah, like they'll just wear like a box tee.
Yeah,
and just like, let's get huge, king.
Yeah. I missed that life.
yeah. So I feel like it is context.
Finding the perfect lighting in the morning to get 2 abs and be like, I'm still lean enough.
Yeah, it's very context specific. But hopefully there was some value in that. We talked. We went everywhere.
Yeah. I had my first nicotine yesterday.
Oh yeah. How'd you go?
Just on the gum.
Yeah.
I've used it before.
Well, don't go any harder than that because you'll be like me.
Yeah,
just sucks on a vape all day.
Refuse.
Yeah, it's pretty good though.
Because the gum tastes like shit. So it's like, I have to be real hungry to do it.
It's the flavour. I'm going to try a different flavour this time to see how long it lasts.
I had to get through check-ins. Like, I need it. I need something.
Yeah, well, that's what I do. I just like check in and I'm just fucking puffing away like a fucking steam train. I don't want to talk about fat loss. I'm over it. If you had limited time to train, how would you structure your workout?
Okay, so my sessions are...
So let's go. What do you think would be the shortest training session possible? However, it still needs to have a positive effect on someone's, let's say, body composition, because we can't, like, doing it anywhere else is like...
How trained? Because they're like a gen pop off the street, you can do 30 minutes. We did it for years.
Say me.
For you?
Yeah, because I reckon I could do 30 minutes.
Total training time, 45 to 60. Warm up, train. Yeah.
We have to do... so I know 100% that you can get bigger doing only an hour and a half training per week.
Yeah. Oh, you had the guy with
across
the
2 sessions. Across 2 sessions, because I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally. Like, but yeah, it was just like one exercise, like work up to a heavy weight. So feeders up to a heavy weight.
Yep.
And then it was just fucking 10 reps, drop set, done.
Yeah.
And then just take another exercise. Same thing.
Yeah.
Feeder.
2 of those
drop set, drop set.
2 or 3? Probably 3.
No, just do 1 set.
No, for like 3 exercises.
We did, I think it was like push-pull.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, didn't want to do legs.
Yeah, 5 legs.
Yeah. I mean, I
was a waste of time on that.
I would have done that. But yeah, so you could have done like anterior, posterior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but 2 exercises or 3 for the session?
No, we did like 5.
Oh, yeah.
Because you do 1 set. So it was like, we did like horizontal. So we do like, horizontal, vertical pull. Then we do, horizontal, vertical push. And then we would do, bicep, tricep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we did that 2 sessions.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm fucking telling you, he got jacked, bro.
That's gnarly.
Yeah. He was so jacked. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, are you coming in the gym at all? And he's like, nah, this is the only time I come.
Just effort.
I was like, fuck, man, you look so big.
So much about effort.
Yeah. But he was trained, man. He'd been trained.
Yeah.
He did 10, 15 years of training. So you wouldn't give that to, you know, a newbie. Like they could do 30 to 40 minutes.
I think sustainable for most people, like pair exercises together well.
Just do a superset and then a giant set.
Yeah.
You could literally just do
Yeah.
A-B complex or say A1, A2 complex and then a B1, B2, B3 complex stuff.
Yeah. And I think if you're well trained, so it's like session length versus total training time is different too. So I'm limited in session length, but I can still do 4 or 5 sessions a week.
Yeah.
So I can train straight sets,
Yeah,
train
because you can
hard.
get the work done over the week.
I'm also well trained, so I don't need excessive amount of volume in the sessions because every set is effective. If you're kind of novice, intermediate, you're probably going to want to chase more volume to kind of make up that gap of effectiveness. So then I would probably just take my program and superset everything. So you get more volume done in the session.
I would drop set if I had limited time.
Yeah.
Because you get the volume.
Yeah. Because 3 exercises and 1 superset. Sorry. 5 total, 3 straight sets, 1 superset.
Actually, would I drop set or would I rest pause? Probably do both.
Depends on the exercise.
Yeah, that's it. If it's like it doesn't have a pin, I'll just rest pause it. If it's got a pin, ride in that stack. That sounds pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it, but
It doesn't sound fun.
yeah, I don't do
It'd
anything.
be fun for a session. I just couldn't sustain that.
Oh yeah, no
Fun
way.
and enjoyable.
Yeah, no way. Yeah, but you could do it. Absolutely. I don't know if
That's like going to it's like going to see Laura. It's like, this is going to fucking suck for the time period, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
Sustaining that, like I like training. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
wanna
I reckon
think
you
about
just have to
something
like you would just have to concede that if you have like I'm not saying like the time is the reason why you get the results, but I think you would just have to concede that like you're making the best of your situation.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be going into like if I only had 40 minutes, right? So I'm like I need to be in and out of this gym in 40 minutes. I wouldn't be going into it like expecting like ridiculous results from that. Like I know I'm going to get better results. Like they're not going at all, of course.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would be looking at it going like, even though this workout's made to optimize that 40 minutes, like I should get the most ridiculous body transformation because of it.
Yeah.
But then again, for me, it's like the transformation's not going to be the same as someone who's never worked out before.
Agreed.
And it's like they could experience a really significant body transformation, right?
30 minutes.
We did it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a really hard question. Get more specific. Build the best physique from the whole team.
Build the best physique from the whole team.
Yeah.
Okay. Jason's shoulders.
You're welcome.
Jason's legs.
Thank you.
Jason's glutes.
Yeah.
Jason's chest. Probably my abs.
Yeah.
Maybe my biceps.
Oh, you're bigger. Yeah, I'd say so. My calves.
Definitely.
Does Tam have calves? We got to get something.
Big Tam does.
Yeah. Well, let's use Tam's.
I was only thinking about the coach. Oh, fuck. Mimi's quads.
Yeah. Well, let's do that. Yeah, because we'll try and get a piece from everyone.
All right. So Mimi's quads.
Yeah. I'll go. My chest and shoulders, I feel like, is the thing that we can all agree on. Yeah.
So I'd go
For the
arms and abs.
Yeah. So you just do arms. Yeah. Yeah. And then
Dad's vascularity. Boy, he's vascular.
no muscle group, but
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Hey, he's doing pretty good for fucking 58 or
looks
whatever.
great. Yeah. And then we'll take his leanness.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll build that physique and we'll take the leanness.
Yeah.
Because he's pretty shredded.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I'm thinking about like powerlifting, Tam.
yeah. Well,
What do you have?
We're gonna have Tam's. We're gonna use Tam's calves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Tam's.
Yeah, he's still got massive calves now.
Yeah.
Tam's just strolled into the room like, motherfuckers.
just flexing them. Just flexing them. We need We need hamstrings.
Jess has good hammies.
Yeah, let's do that. And then we need a back.
Yeah. Interesting, because your back's come a really long way, but mine's really detailed.
Yeah. I don't really care. I got my chest and shoulders in the mix.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
Jess has got a good back
my
too.
detail, your size.
Jess got a good back.
She does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's her.
So Jess's entire posterior chain.
Yeah, we'll
except
just
for
take.
calves.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, let's. I'm happy.
Yeah,
with
there's
that.
a combination for all of us with the back, I think.
Mm.
Because you got the density, width.
Mm.
I got the detail.
Mm.
Jess has got the width.
Mm. Yeah, I guess it maybe depends on like what the other muscle group.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because like my arms will look.
Because you don't want to have like a narrow back if like the fronts.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I
even the arms thing though. It's like I have good arms, but like on your chest and shoulders, they look weird because they're long.
Yeah,
My
true.
muscle insertions are so long. It's like, what happened here?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of
that's a
all of our strengths,
that's an Olympia winning physique.
Yeah, yeah. Mimi has good shoulders too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right. One more.
Yeah.
All right.
Who do you think's the most complete?
Physique wise,
Yeah.
I've done a lot of work to be that person, so I'll be
Yeah.
sad if it's not me.
Yeah. Yeah. I think definitely
Yeah.
from a symmetry,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
But I reckon Mimi's got it's all there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Proportions wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very serious package.
Yeah, well, it depends on the question, right? Like, it's in how you look at it. Because you can there's leverages and muscularity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can be put together
true.
leverage-wise.
Yeah. So Jess Knight has built the deadlift forever.
Yeah, and then, yeah, where, you can have the leverage, but not the muscularity symmetry.
Agreed.
you
Yeah.
know? So I always look at it from the muscularity side of things,
course.
but
Yeah.
someone can be quite symmetrical in terms of like their arm lengths and then like their femur lengths and
Yeah.
their torso length, and when you see them move, everything just looks effortless, and you're like, it's just
That's Mimi.
yeah. Must be nice. I can't talk really. Like if my arms were like maybe an inch longer, like I could deadlift perfectly.
Yeah, it feels.
And squat. Yeah, but I could squat good too because I got.
Of course, yeah.
I
cannot.
But maybe then I couldn't bench as much,
So
and maybe I would have a small.
I've been
chest.
thinking about this a lot. Why my bench is reasonable. I'm not going to say it's good. It's reasonable.
Yeah.
So I pulled 260, but still pressed 150, which is like not common, but my squat's trash. But all of my arm length is elbow down.
Yeah.
So the range of motion,
Oh, and the bench, it's still.
so the distance from the joint is actually not that far because my humerus isn't that long. It's all actually forearm.
Yeah.
So it makes it good for deadlifts, survivable
For
for bench. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then my torso and legs.
I wonder if
not
there's
for
anyone
squats.
out there that has like a really short femur, like, humerus.
Humerus, yeah.
Like, I mean, mine's not really that long.
Yeah, I'll have a look at Seb Ora, bro.
Yeah.
Bench specialist.
Actually, now that I look at it,
Yeah.
mine's pretty fucking small.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, anyone who's really good at bench press.
That's hilarious.
You would
Here I am,
assume-
like, I wonder, and I just look down. That's why my arms are so fucking small.
Yeah, short humerus.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's why my arms are small, because then, like, because I don't
Leverage
have...
sucks.
Yeah, because I don't have the leverage. Like, maybe the internal moment arms aren't great enough to, like, create enough tension on the muscles.
Wouldn't that leverage come from the forearm, though? Because the humerus is stationary.
No idea. Just throwing it
Well,
out
the torque is from the length of the forearm. It's distance from the joint.
there.
Not the humerus would have.
No, but I'm talking, like, internal moment arm, which is, like, the attachment from the muscle into the bone, like, the distance between that and, like, the girth of the muscle itself.
Yeah,
So the
okay.
distance between that would influence the amount of force that muscle produces.
Yep.
So maybe, like, because mine are short, like, I don't have as much of a moment arm, and the force isn't as great.
Yeah.
Don't know. I can't make excuses. I just gotta work harder, bro.
Just train them.
Yeah.
Command them
just
to grow.
take more.
Get on the preacher
volume.
call. I command you to grow.
Yeah. They actually come along pretty good. So
I miss CT. That was good times.
CT, yeah, he's still around. He's just like a shell of who he was.
I just miss
obviously,
that
'cause-
time. Miss that time.
Yeah, because you could just be famous by doing anything.
Yeah, just like have.
I mean, technically, you can kind of do that now.
You
as
and I
well.
having some Pepsi Max and Blend 43.
Yeah. Well, who was
Go on
that?
train. The
Kelly Muscle.
Yeah.
Isn't it insane that like he's like wealthy
Yeah.
from being a
Nuisance.
Yeah, basically, just like from nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like just a big jack dude. Isn't it funny? Like even then, like the naivety, I was like, is he natural? Like when I was younger.
Yeah.
It's just like
as natural as The Rock.
yeah, it's just
So
so
he's claiming natty.
yeah.
So is John Cena.
John Cena can't be.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Neither's The Rock, dude.
Yeah.
The turnaround times in his size, nah.
There was one, I think, for a period. There, you can tell when he's not. You can tell when he was natty, when he was not. Because when he first started in the WWE, he was not
fluffy.
Yeah, he was soft.
Yeah,
you know. And I'm like, and then I think it was like, what fucking Fast and the Furious was it?
Yeah, he's got
the one
he runs across the roof.
Yeah, it's like number 6 or whatever, and he's wearing that. When Under Armour sponsored the uniforms, and he's fucking. I'm like, bro, you are fucking blasting everything, and like fucking good on you, man.
Yeah.
You look great.
Do it.
Like even the aging.
You paid $100 million for your movie.
It's like the aging process hasn't fucking kicked in. I'm like, brother, you look fucking good.
Yeah.
Like you are in your 40s and looking fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
good on you, bro.
That's it. Yeah. But just don't like. It's funny though because I feel like they still have to say that shit.
Of course they do.
Yeah,
Under Armour doesn't stay around if he's like, bro,
even,
run a gram a week.
What's his name? The Jack Reacher guy, that fucking big. He's the same. He's just like, oh no, I'm like, I eat fucking 6 eggs a day for breakfast. This I'm like, bro, please, like, I know, yeah, but they have to, because they can't have their like, A-grade celebrities like. Doing shit that's like technically they shouldn't. Yeah.
It's illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it illegal if it's TRT?
I mean, then none of them are on TRT.
No, but I like, but then I think like, well, where's the line?
Yeah. Where does it stop?
Because like I was talking to a guy last night, and he was just like, I've used this much. Like he's like medically diagnosed low testosterone, right? And he was like, I've used upwards of like nearly 300 megs a week. Oof. And he was like, and my values were, upper end of the range. I thought instantly, I'm like,
back
is your gear shit?
Yeah.
Did you get that from the doctor?
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So then that's the first thing I thought too. But then I'm like, well, where's the line anyway?
Yeah.
Like, forget that.
Yeah.
It's like, where's and like, how does it's not like the police are going to come and be like,
excuse me, sir, can
give
you
us your
this cup?
Give us your medical records.
This is no longer TRT.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like you only get in trouble. You only get in trouble if you're selling it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like if like some big jack dude, like, because there's fucking jack people in the police force and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are they doing? Like, oh yeah, hey man,
eating.
You look like
I'm
just taking creatine.
Chicken and rice and barbecue sauce.
A guy I went to school with, he got massive. I remember I asked him like, bro, it was so obvious, and I was like, what are you taking? And he was like, he goes, I eat a loaf of bread a day, and I take creatine. Yeah. So you know what I did?
I ate a loaf of bread.
I tried to eat a loaf. Just so stupid, eh? But now I'm like, fuck, man.
What I would give for a loaf of bread right now.
Yeah.
Sounds delightful.
What I would give just to have that.
You know how we're going to go to like a buffet after the photo shoot?
Yeah.
I just want a loaf of bread now.
Yeah. Well, what I would give to just have my, like my bullshit radar when I was younger.
Yeah.
Because I really feel like that would have changed the course for me. Because I always had like skewed expectations of my progress because I was actually looking at people believing they were natural and they weren't. And like all of them. Like and I'm not one of those dudes, like if you're bigger than me, I'm like, you're on stuff. Like there's people who are way bigger than me that are like not using and shit.
Yeah.
Like I literally went to like a natural bodybuilding pro show and I was like, holy fuck, like that is impressive.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I just wish I had that bullshit radar.
Yeah.
Like, because there's so many times I'm just like, I fucking do everything.
Do you think it would have sent you that direction earlier though?
Yeah, I don't know.
Which maybe has cons.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Because you're looking at it going like, well, if that's what I need to do to look like that. And I feel like maybe
when
that's
you're
why
17 and you can't fucking regulate it.
Yeah, maybe that's why the kids now do,
Yeah.
Try to.
Because it is open.
Well, they're like, because people are open about their usage. Like, bro, honestly, TikTok's fucked.
Yeah.
Like, I probably should blank that out. I shouldn't have said that. But there's a platform where they just talk about.
TikTok's fun.
Well, they just talk about like using like tren and everything and doses and stuff. I'm like, fuck you doing, man?
It's dangerous, man.
Yeah, bro, bad. It's so socially irresponsible.
Because it's hard, right? You look at it and you go, The Rock's setting an unrealistic expectation for young men of what they can look like.
Yeah, because it's just hard. It's just hard work and the sweat.
But what's the counter to that? Is he says
Yeah, I'm using all of this.
And then everyone's on fucking black market buying D-balls and having them at recess.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That's
Absolutely.
the cost of that's way higher. I'd rather our celebrities lie.
The awareness of the younger generation on PEDs is wild.
Yeah.
Like,
I just don't think you can.
But the internet's
can't
done that.
solve the emotional maturity problem.
No, of course not. I would have liked to have thought that like the access and income thing would have restricted, like, so you have to know someone and you have to have the money.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, it doesn't.
Not anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, I just can't believe it. Because it's like, even when I was younger, like if you sit there and say, like, if I knew, I couldn't fucking afford it.
Yeah.
There's no way. Like, I couldn't afford to buy it.
Yeah, it's true.
And use it. And then I didn't know anyone.
Yeah.
It was only once I got into the circles and shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even now, I don't know how to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway,
Interesting.
kind of went some places there.
Good time to leave it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Perfect opportunity to hit that subscribe button or the follow button on what platform you're on. Don't forget to share the podcast out to people on socials. It's really awesome if we can get it out to other people just like yourself. Get on the website, get a copy of your fat loss cheat sheet, and we will see you next time.